Don't you come in here? No. Okay, guys, let me explain. Please, let me explain before you pass judgment on me. Like, okay, fine. I don't have an explanation. However, no, we're going to lean on the baby. We're going to lean on that age old reason slash excuse, depending on where you are in your postpartum journey. I have an 11-month-old baby, and when I was supposed to, air quote, sort this out, he would have been 6 months old, and it was just too much too soon. Plus, I was vacationing, I was sorting out birthdays, Christmas, I had a death in the family. A lot of things were just going on when I should have been sorting this out, i.e., September onwards. But here we are. I've took my head out of the sand and I can no longer ignore the absolute monstrosity of a conservatory. Now, I had no real plan. Look at that. That's not even the half of it, but I had dusted that in God knows how long. So yeah, I hadn't had a plan of what or how I was going to tackle this, should I say. But the floor was disgusting. So I thought, first things first, let's just get the visible CRAP off the floor. If you haven't used this method to get lint and hair off a doormat, wiping your feet on it, it kind of gathers up all that stuff and takes it off. But yeah, just get all the stuff off the floor. And if and when I need to get on my hands and knees to do things, I'm not going to be utterly grossed out. So that was my first sort of thought. And then kind of move into decluttering this Kallax unit that I bought from IKEA um, a million years ago. But to be fair, this is why I love IKEA furniture. It just lasts forever. Like when this earth is no more and it's just cockroaches roaming the planet, it will be cockroaches, AI robots, and IKEA furniture. I guarantee it. Cannot prove that fact because we will all be gone. But I'm telling you now that IKEA furniture will live the test of time. Oh, I've just realised I've not introduced myself. Hi, my lovelies. My name's Candice. Welcome to my channel if you've not been here before. I have three beautiful children, aged 10, 6, and 11 months. Soon to be 12 months. Can you believe it? 12 whole months of my beautiful rainbow baby. But yeah, I generally make cleaning content. Why did I ever let you go? Listen, how brave was I vacuuming up that dead spider? Very brave of me. Please give me all the flowers. But yes, and if you're not new here, hi guys. As you can probably see, I have no method of what I'm doing. I actually kind of lose track on what I've wiped and what I haven't wiped. I'm just kind of flip flopping about. I think just because the entire room is so overwhelming and there's everything wants doing, every single inch of this conservatory wanted doing. I mean, it took so long that my camera died, so you don't even see what I got rid of here. But this pile here that I'm adding to is things that I'm getting rid of. You see, footage gone. Just died. I was cleaning up, decluttering, and my footage was no more. It wasn't being filmed, but no more. It just wasn't being filmed. That, as a content creator, is the worst thing ever. Like, making videos motivates you to get going and to plow through. So to then have golden footage and it just not be there, whether the phone dies, your camera dies, you run out of storage, and you do not realize at the time, so you can fix it before you continue, is horrible. Pipe up if you're a content creator and you've had this happen to you, because it has happened to me. I've only been doing this for about a year now, and it's happened to me umpteen amount of times. I've lost count so many times. It's the blooming storage that kills me most times, because I like to make sure that my battery is charged. But yeah, annoying as anything. Look at that. What is that grimness on the floor? Don't know. I don't know what is there. I don't know what spilled there, but it's behind the door, and there was like a this thing there in front of it. So what is spilled? Who knows? Before it was Ebs's makeshift office, it was a playroom, so it could be anything. Plus, the dog is in and out of this room as well. Not so much in the winter, but the summer, she's in and out of here quite regularly. And like I said to you before, I hadn't touched the room in months. So yeah, everything was dusty, full of cobwebs, inconspicuous staining here, there, and everywhere. So it all got a good clean. Guys, I can't believe that I've been doing this for over a year now. I think my first video was actually New Year's Eve last year. Yeah, 31st of December, I'm sure it was. Um, and now we're here in February, mid-February, and I was going to lie and say I'm going strong. I've been going through it mentally, emotionally, all the lees you can think of. I've been experiencing them. So I've had a tough old time, to be honest, and I have been advised by people that follow me, um, people that I know, telling me to take it easy and take a break and be gentle with yourself. And they're right, absolutely, and I am. But it's like when I'm filming and record, like editing and then adding the voiceover, it keeps my mind off of going down the deep, dark abyss of things and thoughts and feelings. And it makes me feel peaceful. Like I actually really enjoy it. Um, don't get me wrong, sometimes I'm like, oh, I do not have the motivation. If the sound dipped us, then that was because I threw my head back. I do not have the motivation to do this right now. And most of the time, I push through that. And when I actually get cracking, I'm okay. So this is me taking my time and taking my mind off the heaviness and putting my efforts into something that I can control. Well, kind of. I do live with four other people, but you know what I mean. Like, I control the cleanliness of my house by getting up, getting motivated, and sorting it. And today, this day that I'm filming this, you can see that I'm in my jammers, my lovely cozy winter jammers. I bought these when Eden was, was I pregnant with Eden? Either pregnant with Eden or I just had her. She's 6, and they are the best thing ever. I've got these in pink and grey, and they're just so warm and cozy. They're like a big hug. Um, and I'm gone on a side quest. I was saying that, what was I saying? What was I saying, guys? I had to just jump back and remind myself what I was saying. I was trying to say that me, even in my jammers, I woke up and I was like, no, we are sorting this conservatory out today. It is a Saturday, there's no school, there's no taekwondo for my son, it had been cancelled. And I was like, right, let's sort this out today. And yeah, I didn't even get changed out of my pajamas, guys. Obviously, washed my face, brushed my teeth, had breakfast, coffee, fed kids. But then, like 10:30, I think it was, I started cracking on with this. And as you will see in the video, I don't stop until the late afternoon. I think it was about half past 5 or something that I stopped. Um, and if it was a light, sunny summer evening, I would have happily continued to get it done. But the darkness said, no, you're done for the day, Candice. Pick this back up tomorrow. So that's what I did. This video is a 2 segment video. One day, 2 day. Today. That was a weird way of saying it. Day one and day two. That's better. That sounds better. As you can see, I called for backup in this corner because I was afraid, guys. I've got 2 spiders, and I don't know if you're going to be mad at me or you're going to be right there with me, but I don't really care. I am petrified of spiders, absolutely petrified. I'm better, believe it or not, than I used to be because there's certain things I just wouldn't do. Um, but I got the other half in here to ensure there'll be no spiders jumping out at me when I go up there to wipe these I don't know what they're called, the white conservatory paneling, I guess. Um when I go up there to wipe them down, I don't want any spiders jump scaring me. Absolutely not. So I get him to go all the way round, not in one go, piece by piece, um, hoovering all the cobwebs, the holes where potential spiders can jump at me. And there's one living in this corner and one living in the adjacent corner. So I make him, really get down deep in there. Um, he did say he felt something go tink, tink, tink up the tube, but I think he's just saying that to make me feel better. And to be fair, although I'm absolutely terrified of spiders and I don't want them in my house, um, I didn't feel good about that. They are just trying to live their life too and share the house with me. And usually, lately, I'm like, you stay in your corner, your area of the house, and I will stay in mine. You do not cross paths with me. I won't cross paths with you if I can help it, and we just coexist. However, I'm having to go into your space now because this actually needs addressing, and that can't happen. We can't bump heads. We can't. No, it's not gonna happen. So I'm also not one to say to my other half, can you put him outside and make sure he goes somewhere else to have a proper home just as long as he survives. Like, it's not that deep. I don't necessarily want to have you unalived in my presence, tinging up your way up the tube into my Hoover, but I don't want you to go to your death outside in the cold because house spiders are house spiders for a reason. I heard they don't survive very long out in the wilderness. So putting them outside is not an option. And this is all, I don't know, it's just all a bit deep. I just got him to hoover them up and kept it moving because this takes priority, I'm afraid, guys. Look at it. It is disgusting. I kind of flip between the scrub mummy and I start with this microfiber cloth and it was doing absolutely nothing. I'm scrubbing away and it's taking ages. So I changed to the scrub mummy and that gets it off quite easily. So if it's not heavily soiled, I just go in with a cloth, hot soapy water and wipe it down. If it's a bit more soiled than I would like and that I can't get off with a cloth, I go in with the scrub mummy, which is a bit more abrasive. So I don't know, maybe in a week or whenever, I plan to actually go in again in this corner at the bottom with some sieve cream, just because it just brings things up that much more whiter I did a damn good job and it's come up really well. However, there is a couple of bits that are a little bit stained, and I'm wondering if the sieve cream will bring it up like new. So we shall see. Um, but yeah, I don't get to do the windows because this job just took too long. So I just do the white bits, and then um I may be thinking tomorrow, which will be Wednesday, on my lunch break, because I'll be working from home, I will go in with the window vac and, again, some hot soapy water to wash down these windows on the inside and get them cleaned. But look, this is all mold. Sorry, my mic died. Yeah, this is all mold from poor ventilation and a drip that was happening in the corner. Now I'm hoping that this will be resolved now that we're not putting anything back in that corner, so there's more ventilation, and sorting out the drip. Although we've had a lot of rain and there hasn't been any sort of wet marks, drip marks anywhere there. So maybe it was just the ventilation thing. We shall see. But yeah, I did this with hot soapy water. I didn't use bleach, and I didn't use any sort of mold um mold repellent, mold begone. I don't know, mold reducing products. So do let me know if I've fumbled here and made a mistake, and I will go back in because it's quite easy to do that now that there's nothing there. Um, I can go back in with a spray and whatever I need to do just to keep this at bay. But I am keeping a close eye on it because, yeah, we all know how mold is, guys. Potentially the gift that keeps on giving. Now you can see how and why I chose to speed up this recording, because my oh my, was I going slowly. Do you know when you're cleaning, do you feel like you're going faster than what you're actually doing it? Like, I challenge you to record yourself, if you aren't a content creator, and see how fast you're actually moving, and you will be surprised, because the amount of content creators that I hear saying that they think they're going fast and then they record themselves and they're actually going at a snail's pace. Like, it's actually quite funny. I believe I am going at supersonic speed, and maybe that's partly because I record myself and then I speed up the footage and put voiceover to it, so I'm seeing myself go fast all the time, but I'm not actually going at, very fast. This is sped up, I think, about 5 times its actual speed, so I'm not going fast at all. No wonder it took me like over, I think it was 8 hours or something to complete this task, split over 2 days. Now, here's something really cool or gross, depending on how you see things. Look at the fly cemetery. Like, I did not know that that was a situation. And it's partly because there's a spider living right there. And why he hasn't feasted on these flies, I do not know. But we can't have it. It's disgusting and it needs sorting. If you've noticed, um, well, I'm just about to hoover this while I'm hoovering now. Um, this shark, it's like a Hoover um vac mop or something like that, a vac mop. So it vacuums up debris whilst steam cleaning and removing 99.9% of bacteria. If you've seen my latest videos, I absolutely love this thing. I wanted something that was more efficient and convenient for me to whip out and saves me time because I can't be doing with the mopping, the sweeping, because I'm not going to get the big vacuum out to sweep. Right, let me back up. I had a Dyson for years, 7 years. Got it for my 30th birthday, best present ever, and it died on me. Like, I think I killed it with some brick dust, and it just never really recovered since then. So I'd been on the lookout for a replacement for that. Couldn't find one cheap enough, so I ended up just continuing my search. And then I watched a video from Sarah, who does YouTube videos. Her channel's called For Cleaning Out Loud. If you haven't checked her out, please do. She's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Anyway, and she has something similar, and I really was intrigued by it. And then coincidentally, about 2 or 3 months later, my mum actually picked one up. Um, this one that I've got now, and she was like, "Candice, you need to get one of these. It's going to change your life." And I ended up buying one in the January sales because obviously it'd been marked down. Plus, I'd had a love to shop voucher from my mother-in-law, so I got it for about £100. Best £100 I've ever spent. I love this thing. Whip it out in any opportunity. And because my son is crawling now, should be walking, but no pressure. When he's ready, he will do it. But I digress. Because he's crawling now, I want to make sure that he's crawling in a clean, safe environment. So I want to make sure that my floors are cleaned well. And I just don't think a mop really does that. But this Shark steam mop vacuum thing does the job. Does the job. So if you're thinking, umming and ahhing, whatever, about getting one, do it. If you value your time and want to be efficient, then yeah, it's money well spent. Look at this sponge. Filthy. Absolutely filthy up here. And I knew it was filthy up here because I'd avoided it for so long because of Boris right in that corner where I am now. Look how brave I am. I'm right up in that corner. Well, I'm not right up in that corner at all. I'm skirting around it a little bit because I'm so scared. But to me, I'm right up in that corner. This is close. And it's only because my other half was up there with the Hoover. Okay, kudos for me for talking for 25 minutes non-stop. If you are still here, still listening to me ramble on about everything and nothing, please give me, what should we do? A snail. Put a snail in the chat because I am going super slow and had to speed this up about 8 times its usual speed. So drop a snail in the chat to let me know that you're here at this point rocking with me. I mean, I've been cleaning that long that you can see darkness is starting to descend. I lose the light very, very quickly. It's like it's light all of a sudden, and then before I knew it, darkness.
Like, this is where Boris lived. This fell off, and that's how I think Boris managed to get in. But look how disgusting that is. So well, I don't take them down. They fell down months and months ago, and now I'm cleaning them, ready or in preparation to get them back up into the corner. And look, Boris behind there. He'll be happy behind there, and so will I.
Right, so I've officially lost the light, guys. Um, I did what I could in here, but I can only do so much in the light before, yeah, or in the dark before it gets. I'm not doing a good job, I can't see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna call it quits here for the cleaning. Just gonna tidy away bits and bobs what I can. I'm not gonna bring too much back in here because I'm not finished. Hopefully, can get a crack on it tomorrow. But with my baby Mackay, who knows? Tomorrow's a new day, a new challenge. I do have a concert and so a dinner and a comedy show to go to tomorrow. So I need to be there at 5:30, meaning I need to start getting ready about 4:30 the latest. Um, for probably 4 o'clock actually. So not sure what I can get done tomorrow, but anyway, I did a damn good job. I'm very proud of myself. It's a marked difference from what it was. I still need to get into that corner because the desk's in the way. So Ed needs to hoover because I'm scared of the spiders. He needs to hoover it. Then I can clean it and dust it down and stuff. That corner, so the stuff that was in that corner is going in the shed. It's not going back in that corner because it's all summer stuff. Why it's been there since summer, I do not know, but it's not going back there. And then hopefully we can address the leak which is causing the damp, and hopefully it's not done too much damage. And then with the ventilation I can get around, it's not going to get like that again. It hasn't been like that before, and we've been here for about 5 years, 6 years this year now. So hopefully that will be sorted. The storage unit is cleared out, as you could see. So there's space now for more stuff from the bedrooms that can come down here and make this a usable space again. Yeah, so anyway, did a good job. Hopefully we can crack on tomorrow, but right now I'm going to make dinner for the kids and relax with a little vino. So yeah, see you tomorrow.
And tomorrow it is. Time to tackle this desk. I was gonna say it's not my job to tackle the desk. However, I did take a lot of the artwork, Eden's artwork, that was clipped up, and I put it on this desk. So I'm just sorting through that, what I can keep and what is rubbish in terms of like knowing when it was done, um, the effort that was, you know, gone into the picture that was made. And I sent her away because if it was up to her, she'd keep everything. And I just told her, I'm not doing it, baby. I love you. I love you. She makes me so much. So, yeah, I was just honest with her. I don't necessarily agree with lying to her and saying, oh, yeah, we're going to keep it, and then binning it behind her back. Like, she's a smart cookie. She can take it. Oh, look at my bum there. It's awful. Guys, I put on so much weight. Honestly. Anyway, Yeah, I don't lie to her. I just tell her what it is. And then whatever's Ebbs's, I put in that blue bag that's just to the side of me, the left. I put it all in there, and then I'm able to kind of clear off and clean the desk and the monitors properly. Um, but yeah, I did mention that I was going to see a comedy show on this Sunday, and I did. I went to see Judy Love. If you guys don't know who she is, if you're watching from other countries or whatever, she is a UK personality that got famous from social media, a comedian, and then she kind of broke into the mainstream and is now on a show called Loose Women, where I think they switch out the presenters from time to time, but it's like 4 to 5 female presenters. Yuck. Look at this. Disgusting. Marked difference between what I did yesterday and what still needs doing. You can clearly tell. Um, but yeah, 4 to 5 presenters, and she is now one of them. Super proud of her as a woman of color, a woman my age. Well, I think she's about 43 now, and I'm 39 this year. But yeah, she was so funny, guys. And she actually made me think about certain things. And I love when comedians put on a show and they make you think about life, or they give you some type of message behind the comedy. Love that. And she was like, because she's only just recently in the last 4 years or so come into the mainstream, she finds it difficult to put her old life, her old ratchet self behind her, and show up as a loose woman, as you will. The show is called Loose Women, if I haven't said that already. And remember that she is, in the spotlight now, so she has to behave herself. But what if she wasn't to behave herself and she was to say, F it, F this, CACRAP. I am going to just say what's on my mind, and I'm going to lose myself and just release everything, all the tension, all the anger, all the frustration out, what would I do? And she was naming a bunch of stuff that she would do, not all of which I would do, but I feel what she was saying. Now, what would I do if I was just to let go, stop trying to hold the reins of this um thing we call life, keeping everything together. I'm always sort of like voicing how you have to be strong and hold your family together, keep the household together, and all this stuff. As a woman, we are constantly trying to just stay afloat and hold the reins on everything when we're suffering, when we're dealing with so much stress, so much trauma, so much angst, and all the rest of it. What if we were to just say, F it? What would I do? What would I do? What would you do? That's a question for you. What would you do if you could just say, F it? I think if money weren't an option, first and foremost, and I don't know if this goes against the grain or not, but it's my effort list. So, effort. I am going to go away on holiday by myself. No kids, no stress. Have you got your passport? Have you got this? Have you packed this? Have you packed that? Oh, you haven't forgot this. Have you got colouring books? Yeah, none of that. Just me and my passport, my bags, going away and having a chill, doing whatever I want. If I want to go on the beach that day and laze about on the beach, I'm going to do that. If I want to go for a hike, I fancy hiking, I'm going to do that. I'm going to sit by the bar and drink it dry. My prerogative. It's my effort time. Like, that is what I'm going to do. What else would I do? I think I was still clean. I do enjoy it. I'm not going to lie. Um, when I have to do it and I put it off for so long, it's a bit of a chore. But when I get into it, I enjoy the end result. I enjoy the more difference that I can see what I've done. Um, but I don't know if I'd necessarily clean all the live long day. I would shop. I would shop in store, not online. I do like the convenience online. However, I think I do miss the sort of shopping around, looking from store to store, grabbing something to eat, feeling the products, smelling the scents, the aromas of the shop, all that good stuff that, you know, as naughty, this naughties, I'm not a naughties kid, as 80s and 90s babies experienced growing up when you used to pop into town when you got your first sense of freedom as a young teenager. Oh, hi, Mackay. As a young teenager, and you're like, Mom, can I go to town with my mates? And she'd be like, okay, but you have to be back by this time, and it would be the best thing ever. I remember it so vividly when the first time my mum said I could go to town with my friends on my own. I felt so grown, with my £5.50, £3 on a McDonald's, and a couple of quid in my pocket just in case I needed bus fare. I did have a bus pass, but if you lose that, you're buggered. So yeah, I just wanna experience that again and go shopping, real shopping. Um, I don't know what else right now, but those few things are the things that I would do. But I'd be interested to know your effort list. What would you do if you had no responsibilities, you had no weight on your shoulders, you had just you to answer to, and you didn't have to think about what society thought of you and what your friends are going to think, what your neighbors are going to think, what your parents are going to think, what your other half is going to think, even if you even have another half in this scenario. What would you do if you were to say, F it, let me just do me?
And with that, guys, we've come to the end of the video. So I'm going to end it here. If you're still around, I want to say thank you so, so much for listening to me ramble on for the past 37 minutes. Much, much love to you all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. If you're new here or not new here, well, technically, if you're not new here, I'd hope that you would have subscribed already, but no judgment. We listen and we don't judge. Please like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I love you all, and I will catch you in another video. Take care. God bless. Goodbye. Mwah.